Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast episode 149. Tonight, the Mario Bros. Movie. It's out. We're going to give spoiler thoughts as well as answer community-submitted questions and topics and point out our favorite Easter eggs in the movie. We're talking all of that and more. Greetings, fellow Nintendo pals! My name is Andross. I'm one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals Podcast, the show all about Nintendo and friendship. Speaking of friendship, I'm joined by my fellow Nintendo pal, Micah.
Yep.
And Micah, I gotta ask, how the heck are you?
Doing pretty good.
That's good. I knew you were doing pretty good because I've asked you this now 3 times tonight. What if you changed your answer for what you're just like, oh yeah, I'm actually doing pretty bad. I don't know what I would do. I would probably it would break the script.
Oh, cool.
I'd be like, okay. I have a random question for you. And that question is, have you ever seen a movie that you thought was better than the book? It's very relevant because we're talking about a movie tonight.
Actually, I have. I was about to say absolutely not, but...
You're going to say something controversial. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I knew your answer.
Oh, Princess Bride is probably a good contender, but I've also never read the book. So supposedly what makes the movie so good is it's very faithful to the books. Or book.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, it's the same writer. He did the script and the book at the same time.
But Lord of the Rings, I mean, I saw the movie first, and then I had to read the book as part of some class. And that probably tainted my opinion of it a little bit. But I just couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, I think the first Harry Potter movie, maybe? I liked the movie more than the book. But from there, the books decimate the movies in terms of quality. Yeah. And that might just be because I saw the movie before I read the book for the first one. The movie got me...
That becomes the canon.
Yeah.
The prime timeline or whatever.
That made me interested in reading the books. Howl's Moving Castle.
There's a book?
The Mario movie, says Nick. What is that? What does that mean? Yeah, the book was way better. I did have a Mario Bros. Book, a choose-your-own-adventure novel.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Bowser's Mix-Up Machine. And it was like one of those things where it's like you turn the page to this... Turn to this page and you get different... Yeah, I love those. It's pretty fun. Forrest Gump. These are good answers. I don't know. Is Forrest Gump a book?
Apparently.
That wouldn't surprise me. Well, we have a bunch of people here in chat tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to LPD, Fairbear, the Bear Maximum, Datsun, Oso. Thank you all for being here. Y'all are great. Hey, if you want to be awesome like these fantastic, awesome people, you can help us out. You, listener to this podcast, can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or Spotify. It helps the show get seen by more people, makes us feel good about ourselves, and helps in our ultimate goal of conquering the entire world of Nintendo podcasts. So yeah. Please help us. Please help us take over the world of podcasts. We need your help. All stars, 5 stars. Boom. Give them. Okay. Let's move to the first segment of our show. Let's talk what you making. Micah, you talked in what you playing segment that you are prepping to potentially do another minimum item run.
Yep, and Metroid Dread.
Oh
Almost certainly broken up over 2 streams if I did it, because I'm not as good as I used to be, and I was only barely as good as I needed to be. So
Nice. For me, I have been working on a ton of content creation stuff. So on my YouTube channel, I have been posting shorts, not shorts like my pants, but shorts like short form videos that are in portrait, not landscape. You know, like you turn your phone upwards, right? Boom, boom. I sound like such an old man explaining what shorts are. TikToks of different things. So I've been experimenting with 30-second challenges. I did all my reaction to the latest Zelda trailer, like the live reaction, is all in short form and is being uploaded there. And I recently tried just doing some monologue talk to the camera about my thoughts on the Mario movie, which we'll expand on here in the podcast. But if you want to hear my thoughts from the launch, like I have videos of those up where I talk about different aspects of the movie. Yeah. So a lot of short form content and got different long form content projects in the works, including the Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge video, which I'm hoping to be finished with and uploading soon. And I am currently in my second run of that, which is the whole game instead of just the gyms. And yeah, fun stuff. And I am prepping for a fun idea, I think, Micah. Now, I don't have a set date for when I'm going to do this, but I am going to challenge myself to get hashtag sub to Andross 1 trending in 24 hours. So I will have 24 hours to get a hashtag trending, which is just shameless self-promotion. And I have some fun ideas for that. So if you aren't already hashtag subbed to Andross 1, be sure you do so that you can be a part of that, because I'm going to need as much help as I can get from everybody out there listening. That's what I've been making. Making all sorts of stuff. So yeah, check out my TikTok and YouTube channels. You got anything else, Mike? Okay. Why are you silent now? What? Oh, because you're whispering. Okay. It's not even being picked up by Discord. Your classic Micah.
I'm good at what I do.
Here. All right. Well, let's jump into the second segment of the show, the Community Corner.
All right. One and only second segment.
The one and only second segment. The Community Corner. Guess what? Nobody asked us, but we're going to answer it anyway. What was the best game that came out in 2018? Presto, where are you? Presto the Magnificent. We need you here to ask these questions. This just feels wrong without you, but we're doing it. You let us down, Presto. That's all I'm saying. Okay. 2018. Yeah, we're on the year 2018. What was the best game that came out in 2018? Micah. Wait, let's do it on 3, because it's the same game. Both of us,
Wait,
I think.
I forgot. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Are you going full title?
Full title. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
There's a super in there? Man, I'm not a true fan. Wait, did you say Super Smash Bros?
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
full thing. It's Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Super
Ultimate.
Smash Brothers.
I
No,
was trying to bring a
Bros
little
is how
class
it's
to it.
Bros is how it's said in the title, even in the full title.
Yeah, Bros. Period. It's
Smash
the
Bros
show that
Ultimate.
it's
That's
short.
why. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's what we both
we
picked.
tried. We
Listen,
tried.
there
I
is
failed.
nothing more hype than the Smash Bros hype train ever in all of gaming history. I can't think of another thing that garnered as much unification of the Nintendo audience together to just be hyped for new character reveals, new gameplay details. That was probably the coolest direct of all time when it was revealed. It was like one of the best moments ever. Yep. It's pretty good.
Did Celeste come out in 2018?
Oso says, did he ask it or not? No, nobody asked it, but we're answering it. I can't remember what happened last week, says Dad's son. Yeah, well, we had to look it up. I don't remember what came out in 2018.
Yeah. I mean, honorable mention to Mario and Rabbids,
Yeah.
Dead Cells. The other game I was thinking of mentioning, but I forgot. Also, Moonlighter. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, did Spelunky 2 come out then? No, Spelunky 2 didn't come out until 2020. So that'll probably have to be my pick for 2020. Even though it didn't. Did it come to Nintendo the same year? I don't think it did. I think it was a year later. It was 2021. Anywho, thank you so much for that question, Presto. I'm really bashing on Presto for no reason. Sorry, Presto. We love ya. You're great. Thanks for being a part of the community. Okay, so this next couple questions here is from Ayla Bayo on Spotify. So you want to take this first one? It's more of a comment than a question.
They say, I'm so hyped for the Mario movie. I can't stop thinking about how I have to avoid the whole internet to not get spoilers because of the people who go to see it at 12 a.m. I won't be seeing it for days.
Yes, this is fair time here. So we're going to jump into our PAL topic. We're not there yet. But we are going to be getting into spoiler talk here. So just be warned. I'll give another spoiler warning when we get to that point. But I'm trying to give an ample warning for people that haven't seen it yet to pause this, go see it right now, and then come back and unpause to hear the discussion. Yeah, okay. Here's something that's interesting about the Mario movie. Did you know it came out on Wednesday? Like, there were a lot of people.
Of course I did.
Everybody at my place of work was surprised. They're like, oh, it's coming out today? Why isn't it coming out like Thursday night, Friday? And someone pointed out, well, the reason they're launching it earlier and earlier is because then the sales are included in the opening weekend box office numbers. And so it's just creeping forward. So eventually we're going to be seeing movies that are launching Monday being included in the next weekend sales. What does that number even do? Does it like make more people go? They're like, oh, it's making a lot of money. I guess I better go see it.
It's science.
Yeah. I guess then they can put the #1 movie in America in the trailer.
I hate that line.
New York Times bestseller. Yes, says LPD. All right.
I mean, you can't have like 5 movies that all claim to be the #1 movie in America showing their commercials the same day. This doesn't work.
Why are things $.99? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like why are things $4.99 instead of $5? Listen, yeah, it's all to make it look better. So they just want their numbers to look better, so that more people are like, oh, it must be good. I guess. Okay, so then a completely unrelated to that question from Ayla Bayo on a previous episode asks, do you own a Squishmallow? Been listening since the episode It's a Wii U Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, man, that was a good episode. So you've been listening since Thanksgiving. Well,
I
thank
don't even
you.
remember that episode.
We talked about why we
Yeah.
were thankful for the Wii U.
Oh yeah, and
I
number
remember it
one
because
was
I made a
Nintendo
goofy
Land.
thumbnail of pilgrims around a Wii U at a Thanksgiving table. Um, the Wii U Thanksgiving, and haven't heard the question be asked. Try to make sure not to ask questions that have already been asked. Oh yeah, first off, anybody out there listening that wants to ask a question and you're not sure if it's been asked already, just feel free. Because even if it has, our answers may have changed since the last time it was asked, and we don't remember either. I don't think anybody notices if we answer it twice in a row. I don't think. We'll just keep it a secret. Just ask the same question every week. But Micah, do you own a Squishmallow?
Nope.
Me neither. Wait, did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
That's my oven beeping. Okay. Oso says, what should I do if I'm afraid to ask a question that may have already been asked? That's a great question.
We
Could you
actually get
just
that
like,
all the time.
yeah, we get that. We get that all the time. You should join the Discord. All right. First off, join the Discord or follow us on Twitter and just post the question. Just post the questions. Boom. So there you go. Okay. I don't own a Squishmallow. That was my question.
Sure, that wasn't your answer.
Yes. That's my answer to the question. I'm so dumb. I'm tired. All right. Okay. I don't have a Squishmallow. I see the appeal. I see the hype, but I'm not into collecting things except for Switch games, board
Yeah,
games, and
Legend of Zelda stuff.
stuff. Yeah. I might get one if there's a Zelda one. What would they do for that? What would they do that? Just like a big chubby Link?
Big Goron or Jabu Jabu. That's who.
Yeah, or Tingle.
Nope, absolutely not.
Oh, I 100% buy a Tingle Squishmallow.
Oh man,
100%.
someone mentioned something about a Korok. That'd be a good one.
Oh yeah, that's actually a very good one. Yeah, good pick there, LPD. And Octorock. Oh yeah, all the rocks. Bring all the rocks. Koroks, Octorocks.
Wayne the Rock.
Dwayne the Rock. Bo Rock. Okay. Next question here. This one was asked in the chat earlier by Nick. Says, what are the next best video game movies? Obviously referring to the best video game movie, which is Mario Bros, which we're going to be talking about here. But what are the next best video game movies? What are your favorites, Micah?
The Sonic movies were pretty good. Enjoyed Detective Pikachu. But Doom. Definitely Doom. Way up there.
If I have to put these in any sort of order here, I'm going to say Mario Bros. Movie is number 1 for me. Probably Detective Pikachu at number 2. Sonic 2 at number 3. And Sonic 1 right behind it. I liked the second one more than the first one. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, what other video game
I
movies
remember.
are there
There's
that have like
Prince of Persia, Assassin's Creed.
I
I remember
I
seeing those.
okay,
Those were. I enjoyed them.
I
I wouldn't
liked
call
Prince
them
of Persia,
fantastic.
but I didn't play the games, so
Yeah,
not a
it's
fair
same.
assessment. Not a fair assessment from me. I think people that played the games were like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter exists. That's down. That's down very low.
Oh,
With
Resident
the
Evil
bad.
does have its moments. When Wesker throws his sunglasses and then runs over there very fast to punch them when they catch it.
Yeah,
And then the
is
games
it?
as well.
That's
It's
in the
classic.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the game and the movie. It's so good.
I have a special place in my heart for Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, I can't believe I forgot about that.
It's just such a good song, you know?
I mean, we're talking original Mortal Kombat.
Rampage. That was a pretty newish one with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah,
Okay,
another
I
one
feel
that
like I need a
I mean, it
list
wasn't like
here.
a fantastic movie, but it was enjoyable. Hmm.
Uh,
BRB,
I
the name of a movie, or are you about to be right back?
um, there's the Warcraft movie, which apparently did really well overseas.
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah,
I
yeah, Naps
I
in chat.
enjoyed that well enough as well.
I don't really think this counts, but Wreck It Ralph is really good. I think Wreck It Ralph's really good. Second one's also pretty good.
Yeah.
Uncharted was apparently very bad.
Oh, I enjoyed that well enough.
Oh,
Oh, but
really?
you know what's really good? I remember it was like Rotten Tomatoes or something. I looked it up, and their like summary of the movie was definitely taken straight from one of the games because it mentioned like Nazi zombies. Spoiler alert: there aren't any Nazi zombies in that movie.
I do want to highlight there. We talked about Mortal Kombat. I'm talking about the old Mortal Kombat, not the new Mortal Kombat that like came
I'm
out semi
yeah,
recently.
it I I'm very simple when it comes to movies. They have to be like really bad for me to not at least mildly enjoy them.
Angry Birds. That
I haven't
is
seen to any of those.
I haven't seen it either, but they apparently done really good. Um, Free Guy. I liked Free Guy a lot. That's not really based
That's
off
the good
any
one.
one
Yeah,
game, but kind of like
it was
gaming.
enjoyable.
But yeah, definitely the Mario Bros. Movie is my top. What's what's like the worst video game movie that you've seen? I I think that I've seen. I know there are worse that I'm just never gonna watch. But the Mario Bros. Movie from 1993 might be the worst one. But it's like so bad that it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got redeemable, funny aspects to it because it is just that bad. And then I think we've turned the corner on video game adaptations, right? We have gotten well. I'm not going to say turn the corner, but we have gotten some very solid video game adaptations over the last decade ish. I think kind of starting with the Sonic movie.
Two. Oh yeah,
Um,
Sonic movie. That
maybe
too.
maybe even starting more with like a good starting point would probably be more around like the Warcraft era. Did Warcraft come out before Sonic?
Yeah,
But yeah, we have The Last of
pretty
Us
sure.
is doing really well. It apparently did amazing and is really good. I'm never gonna watch that. Sorry, not my thing, but doing really good. But I wanted to say turn the corner, but then I saw this Halo and was like, oh
Mm.
yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, that
There's still
supposedly that's terrible.
oh beyond bad. I I will never watch that show. Like it's just bad. Just,
What are you talking about? Rampage is a great movie ish. It's
it's good. So second best second best movie. Maybe a little biased here, but I think it's Detective Pikachu. I'm surprised by
probably what I feel.
I was surprised by Detective Pikachu being as good as it was because it's not like a mainline Pokemon thing, like a side game that they decided, hey, we'll make this side game into a movie and we're gonna cast Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. It's
Oh, spoiler.
it's
Well,
similarly
that's not a spoiler.
it's similarly like when they announced Chris Pratt was Mario, and I was just like, how will this work? And then it just somehow works, you know? You know? Uh you think Nintendo's gonna start being all in on movies. So what movie is next? Micah, what are your thoughts on that?
Another Mario movie.
Second Mario movie. Yeah. I am very hopeful that we see live action adaptations of The Legend of Zelda and Metroid. I want to see live action adaptations of those. I hope that Nintendo is brave enough to do a live action adaptation of a film and they don't just lean into cartoons and animated movies. But if they're going to do more animated movies, I think Kirby is another great choice. Illumination with Kirby, solid pick, I think. But yeah, I do think that we're going to see more Mario Bros. They're going to be like, screw you, critics. The audience loved it, and we're making a second one. And I'm going to be like, yeah. Aw, yeah. Dude, imagine if they had teased, like, Waluigi Wario coming in. Just Wario. Because Wario's, like, a staple, was, like, the villain after Bowser. And then became not a villain and was just a side character.
It sounds like maybe you missed the fourth after credits.
True,
scene.
I missed the credit scene.
After the movie screen fades to black for 5 minutes, there's another after credits scene.
Napsy puts out, what about 007 movies that were also games? I feel like those are movies first and then games.
And then, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, well, thanks so much for the question, Nick. All right, that was a fun discussion. Let's jump in here to that's it. That's all we have for questions this week. So let's jump into the PAL topic. Hey, it's the PAL topic, and today we are discussing the Mario Bros. Movie. We're going to be giving our favorite Easter eggs and things spotted in the movie by us. And beyond that, we're also going to be giving kind of our more spoiler chat for the movie. So, spoiler warning. This is the warning. If you haven't seen the movie yet, click away. or pause, go watch the movie, and come back and then listen to this. Yeah, we got people here in chat that are like, all right, I'm out, bailing. I'm sorry, but it has to be done. We're a podcast that does Nintendo. We got to talk about it.
Yep, so spoiler alert, Mario dies.
Holy cow. What if someone joins midstream? If someone joins midstream in the chat and says, hello, everybody in chat spam a warning. Spoiler warning. Can we put a big spoiler warning over the top?
Potentially put it in
the title of the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, like it already is?
Is it?
Yes.
Wow, look at that. Oh, that's just potential spoilers. This is legit spoilers.
Okay. Spoilers. Boom. That's
also theoretically one episode 149, I think.
Dang it, Micah, you're right. I'm updating all of our stream details here. Okay, this is given plenty of time for people to click away. Okay, all right, we're out. We're here. Spoilers. Peaches.
That song is so good.
It is really good.
I'm pretty sure 95% of that is just Jack Black's
ad-libbing.
His energy in that song is so good.
Yeah, the new Tenacious D song was just really good in this movie. This movie was really good, and I loved I loved every bit of it myself. I thought it was really cool. We had Easter eggs right off the bat. You've got okay, so I'm like walking through the movie in my brain. So you have the initial opening with Bowser, and he takes the star, but then it cuts to the Mario Bros. Commercial for their plumbing service, which premise of the movie, like the start of the movie, Mario and Luigi have just quit their jobs working for Spike Construction, which is Spike's from Wrecking Crew, Easter egg there. And they've spent their life savings to make this commercial, which I thought was really funny. and they're doing this plumbing service, the Mario Bros. Which, man, Luigi's what a champ Luigi is. He's such a supportive little brother. Where he's like, yeah, we'll just make this the Mario Bros. Company.
Yeah.
But there in the little shop that they're in, LPD says, was it called Punch Out Pizza? Was it just straight up
Yeah.
called?
Yeah. It was Punch Out Pizzeria or something. But
It
yeah,
has a whole bunch of like Punch Out characters
yeah, I
in.
saw it on the wall. I was like, is that like Little Mac up there? That's awesome. And then
Yeah.
like later it showed Punch Out Pizzeria. I'm like, well, now it's a little too heavy handed. I don't
But
feel so cool for noticing anymore.
what about the arcade machine that Charles Martinet is playing? That is just straight up Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
He's just playing Donkey Kong in the arcade. But what about I cheered when Kid Icarus came on.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah. Like probably
yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
probably the only person in the theater that was like, woo, fist pumping for Kid Icarus. Mario playing a Nintendo.
Oh yeah, LPD's bringing up the best one.
Oh
Luigi's
yeah,
ringtone,
Luigi's
just so
ringtone
good.
was so good.
The classic
The
GameCube
The GameCube.
aired out
Ah!
theme or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was really good. That whole scene was funny to me, where he's like, "Our mom called and told us she loved it." Like, shows you, Spike.
Has anyone even called? Heck yeah.
Yeah, Mario had F-Zero poster on his wall.
The R-Wing.
He had the R-Wing. There was a bunch, but it wasn't like pointing at anything. These are just like things that are in the background that fans are going to see and be like, "Oh, look at that." So yeah, I really loved all of the little references. What, Micah, was your favorite Easter egg? You said you had one that you're like,
You can't guess?
no.
It was definitely Luigi's ringtone.
Oh, that okay.
I mean,
I wasn't sure if it was one we'd already covered. Okay.
Oh yeah, the Pauline cameo. I forgot about that.
I didn't see that.
What?
Where was that?
So, like, what? The news, the water main is going crazy.
That was
Nice.
Pauline.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
that's hype. That's super hype.
I wish I could have like a little notebook so I could like write these things down so I'd actually remember them.
Yeah, there was a thing that I was like, oh, I gotta remember this, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. It'll come to me as we talk about it. I liked the well, it's a pretty obvious reference here, but the use of the blue shell was pretty
yeah.
good. The Ramby cart. I don't remember. I don't remember that. Yeah, they had a whole bunch. I'm like going through my brain here. Well, okay, so can we talk about post credits?
So it was very Godzilla.
Godzilla?
Yeah, he's not seen the post credits of
No.
one of the older with
It's like, oh, a monster's coming.
the egg.
Yeah, the egg. Okay, so here's the thing. I have a video. I don't know if I've posted this video yet, but why are we teasing Yoshi like we didn't see Yoshi in the movie?
Because we saw Yoshi for like 7 seconds.
Yeah, but they're teasing it as if like
Yoshi in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I guess. So is that going to be like the premise of the movie? Is like, oh, Yoshi's going to be in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's definitely going to be just straight Godzilla.
I wish it homed in more than 20 feet. Yeah, it's just weird to me. I think it would have been more hype if they just cut that Yoshi scene, because then that end credit scene would be like, oh, the next movie's going to have Yoshis in it. But this one, like, we know the Yoshis exist. That was weird.
I mean, I think most people going to see that movie already knew Yoshi's existed. but theoretically,
in their
we'll either
cinematic.
have Yoshi Godzilla or Super Mario Bros. 2 will have Yoshi in a bigger role.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah. He'll probably Bowser will probably be pulling like a Super Mario World where he captures the Yoshis and puts them in eggs, and so Yoshi has to go save his friends. Like that was like Super Mario World's premise. You grab the little egg and they say thank you, and then you blow up the castle. You seen those?
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, good times. That was where Yoshi's first introduced, was in Super Mario World. Oh yeah, LPD, that's a good one. I've forgotten about this. Baby Mario and Baby Luigi have a cameo in a flashback where Baby Mario protects Baby Luigi from a bully. Kind of a weird cutback because like Luigi's having the flashback as he's being taken away hostage.
Yeah.
What was the point of that? Like, oh yeah, this will motivate me.
How dare you to learn more about his backstory?
I guess, yeah.
It's all from the castle, like his
Hey,
building block
critics,
castle.
that was to give them some of that story that they want
Yeah,
so
it was
bad.
very deep and emotional.
Dude,
Critics are just heartless.
every scene that Luigi and Mario were together were like the best scenes. I liked the like brotherly chemistry between them.
Yeah.
There's I thought in the end Luigi was gonna do something, and it was so hype when Bowser, because Mario. Okay, wait. I'm like all over the place here. So big spoilers for the end here. All right, Mario is beat up and pummeled by Bowser, right? And he escapes into the Punch-Out Pizzeria where the TV is broken and it plays the commercial like, "We're here to save Brooklyn." And he has this whole scene like like he
Very
wasn't
emotional.
yeah, like he wasn't going to go back out. And I'm like, why would he be scared? He literally, this whole movie has shown zero fear, none
Yeah.
at all.
You see his black eye? That's all swollen.
Yeah, that was kind
bruised.
of, it was kind of crazy. He was like actually beat up. I was like, dang, this is intense. So I feel like that was weird for his character to just be like, oh man, I'm so scared. I can't take on
Well,
Bowser.
you're just so used to past Origin Mario, where he is fearless.
Or just, the hour and a half preceding this moment where he had been fearless. He literally fought Donkey Kong in an arena.
Yeah, and he was very scared of falling to his death.
Yeah, but he didn't like hide. He was like, I gotta do this to save my brother.
Donkey Kong didn't give him a black eye. Just saying.
True. He comes out, and then when Luigi comes and saves Mario with the manhole cover, that was so hype. And then I kind of expected Mario to turn and take the star, but instead he's like, let's do this together, and that was so hype. Like, and then it starts the Starman theme, and they just annihilate all of Bowser's army. In true star power fashion, just running into them, and they're all just like, "Wah!" And then the final blow to Bowser is one of the most anime intense punches. I mean, more violent than any Nintendo game has ever been to Bowser, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty rough to be Bowser in that situation.
He got slammed. Weird question, but where were the Goombas? They were there, but yeah, they were really like.
They kind of mentioned them that one time, and then also the weird Spinies, which they didn't mention by name, and then we just like almost never saw them.
Yeah, then it was like all Koopas from there, which I don't know why. Like, yeah, that was weird.
Bowser would have won if he didn't get the superstar. I mean, he essentially won without it, and it's the only reason he lost. So I didn't think that was actually a teensy bit weird, but
yeah, there was like a lot of Like, and why did the Penguins have it? Does it ever?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we have this ultra powerful power up item. Um, have you ever heard it called the Superstar before? That's what
I
it's
think
always been
so.
called, right?
I want to say yes. I think most people just call it the Star.
Or the
Shorten
Starman?
it.
Is it Starman? Is that what the item's actually called? I have no idea. Yeah, but the ending was so hype. I liked all of the
So
power ups.
Superstars, aka Starmen.
Yeah. They didn't have no penguin suit Mario, but we did get cat suit Mario, and that's how he won against Donkey Kong. When he
Did anyone?
grabs the mini mushroom and just
Yeah,
devours it, that was pretty
that was
good.
good. Essentially, everyone who knows Mario knows what's about to
Knew what was
happen.
gonna happen. Yeah. And then I do like how they used that to defeat Bowser in the end. They make him eat it and then they put him in a jar. But little a little disappointed because Mini Mario is actually one of my favorite power-ups. It's awesome in the games. Like sure, you can't do a lot of damage, but it didn't show that he also gets like crazy high jumping abilities and stuff. No, they're just like, "Oh, it just shrinks you."
It's just teeny.
And the mushroom actually makes you grow, which was interesting. And also Mario doesn't like mushrooms.
Yeah.
That was a weird like unnecessary thing to add in. Like, oh, he's so relatable. He doesn't like mushrooms. Like, I guess.
Not that relatable. Mushrooms are delicious.
Well, if you want to relate to somebody who likes mushrooms, Luigi loves mushrooms, man. He's like, I'll take them,
Yeah. Did
dude.
Did anyone feel bad for Bowser a little bit when he's kind of beating up on Mario at the end? He's like, "Now your life will be terrible, just like mine." Like, wow, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the thing: Bowser just wanted. He just loves Peach. He just wanted and but did he ever consider, just like I was like, I feel like there's a lot that could be resolved with just some talking it out. But he's just like, nah. In order to get her to like me, I'm just gonna conquer the whole everything. Like I've got my power star.
And,
She'll
and then just for
definitely.
you, I'm gonna execute these people by throwing them into lava.
Yeah, he just casually says that. I'm executing them in your honor. And he says it so genuinely too.
Yes, like
It's
what's wrong
like
with you?
yeah, Peach is like, did you actually think I was gonna say yes? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, what? Well, there's some just misunderstandings, I think. Also, they spend a good portion of the movie. We're gonna go to the Kongs to get the mighty Kong army, and they are defeated instantaneously. They suck so much. they're
Yeah,
they're so bad.
they're winning until they
They're
got
not winning.
trapped.
They're-
Yeah, until they got trapped, and then Bowser had the high ground.
and then
And
he just
Anakin
captures
can
all
tell
of
you a
them.
little bit about that.
So dumb. Have you ever seen more than 5 Kongs before? Yeah, I don't know. Also, Diddy Kong was there and got actually called out. Okay, here's an Easter egg that I didn't notice, but saw afterwards. Um, who is the strong Kong in the DK rap? I can't remember his name. That's not Kitty Kong, is it? Who is that? It's
I don't even know.
Chunky. Chunky is in the movie. He is sitting right next to Diddy, and Dixie is sitting right next to Diddy.
Yeah, I recognize Dixie, but I don't know other people well enough from the
And
Kong universe.
apparently, the one with the scientist coat was Funky Kong. Some people are like, "Yeah,
The
that's Funky
scientist,
Kong."
the one that drove,
Yeah, I
that was just like a sports jacket
yeah,
thingy,
that's
wasn't it?
not Funky Kong. I mean, he was wearing glasses, I guess, which Funky Kong is a
It kind
signature
of
look.
made me wonder, but it didn't look like I
He had
remember
shades.
seeing him.
He had shades, but he didn't look like Funky Kong.
Yeah. Also, that's that part that I thought was very funny about things randomly exploding. He throws that banana peel. The other dude slips on it and then just like crashes, and there's
It
like a huge
explodes.
explosion.
That's what you were talking about with the explosion? Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
funny. I
it
thought
caught me kind of off guard.
we haven't even mentioned it, but did you like the Luma character?
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, I was like,
that was great.
Micah's gonna love the Luma. That's what I thought. Maybe because
And
it's
that just and
depressed.
everyone's like reactions to it. Like, oh come on.
Yeah. Please, we're depressed as is.
Yeah, that was such a good line.
In the end, the Luma's like, man, now we're just alone here with our thoughts. Kind of makes you wonder about the emptiness, and just goes into this really depressing monologue. Kind of makes you want to play the saxophone, huh? And then just starts playing a saxophone. And I was like, well done. You got me. You bring a saxophone in, I'm in. It was good. The Luma, unexplained. Why was the Luma there? It's the only Luma.
Oh yeah. I did like the moment when Donkey Kong and Mario had been eaten by the giant eel, and they're like, "Oh man, they're about to have a heart to heart."
That was pretty
Their
good.
disappointment. Yeah, well, your dad was right. Your dad sounds
You're-
like a brilliant man. Yeah, what it was.
they just hate each other, but they also are like best friends, which I loved that dynamic. You know, there's that point where they're doing the Mario Kart race battle against Blue Shell, spiny cart guy, and Mario's cart gets destroyed, and then Donkey Kong saves him, and he's riding Double Dash reference, right?
I suppose, yeah.
I mean, he was riding back just like the Double Dash. Why didn't Luma just go out of their cage? Nick,
I
the
mean,
Luma
all
liked
of them-
being there.
Yeah. All of them could have slipped out of their cages and potentially climbed the chain if they really wanted to, or at least most of them.
Oh man, I do like the end. Like it got real close. Luigi was very close to dying at the end.
Oh yeah.
His cage was way lower than everybody else's for some reason, and he like holds himself up. Luigi is impressive. Okay, in this movie, you know, he was like, oh, he like acted like, oh, I'm scared of everything, but then he ended up being,
I mean, classic Luigi heroics.
yeah, I mean, he was not like scaredy cat. He's like, you just got a Luigi. That was pretty good.
Or Mario's like, you can't go through your whole life just being scared of everything. Luigi's like,
He's
well,
like, I don't know, it's pretty great. Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember exactly how he responds, but he was like, I think you can, essentially.
The true villain of this whole movie was that stupid dog.
Oh, that was great.
That dog was so.
That was so good. I really enjoyed how angry it got just right away.
Yeah, and then they saved it too. So we never get to see like the resolution to that.
Luigi earned that dog's respect at the end. They gave him a little head nod. They're not friends,
But they
but
respect
there's
each other.
respect.
Should have been a
But
chain shop.
Did you see the when they went into like the fancy sewer section and it was level 1, 2 on one of the signs?
That's good. I don't
like,
remember
oh,
that,
that's
but
a
I
good
did
one.
notice the doo 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 started playing when they got into
Oh.
the underground zone. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to end in Brooklyn.
Yeah, me neither.
I liked it. I thought like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Like worlds collide, but instead that's just where they had the final fight, and then everything kind of goes back to normal. Or do they just leave
Yeah,
Bowser's castle there?
Apparently the pipe isn't destroyed because they go back.
They go back. Yeah. But that giant bullet bill that he leads on a chase. Which
It did make me think of Smash Brothers Melee. Peach's
it
castle.
had to be a
I was like,
reference to that,
is this
right?
a reference or?
Had to be. And then how he deflects it by using his tail to whip it, it makes the noise of like when you hit a thing with the Tanuki suit and it turns its direction around.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Uh,
I didn't know. I don't know too much about the Tanuki suit.
well,
So
in
I know
like,
is you could just turn it around. I remember the cape
yeah, but
from
in like,
Melee.
no, not in Melee, in
Yeah,
3D world, any
yeah.
game with a Tanuki suit.
I don't remember even doing that.
Yeah, they're just hand waving that Bowser's Floating Castle is in Brooklyn now. But
And
yeah,
crushed 5 city blocks, but it didn't really because it landed in the flooded disaster zone, which was
evacuated.
evacuated.
Oh, which probably stopped
So
the
we can
flooding.
pretend. Well, I mean, I think the flooding had already stopped.
Um,
Someone fixed it because they just left. Like, wait, this sewer is really cool looking.
I liked the fact that Mario and Luigi, Mario and Luigi were some generic age. Like they still lived at home, but were old enough to have jobs and then quit and start their own business to the disappointment and teasing of their uncles or whoever those guys were. All those Mario family. And they have other siblings slash cousins. I don't think they're siblings. There's no way. They have to all be like cousins, uncles at home being treated like children. Yeah, 100%. They're in their 40s, says Nick. Yeah, they could be, but I liked that. I liked that Charles Martinet plays their dad. I think that that's really like a good role, respectful role to put him in, where he's like the dad of Mario because he's the original voice actor. It's a good nod.
Yeah.
Um, and what else was there? Oh yeah, so it ends there, and they're like star powered. They jump past their family's window in the classic, like they've got the pose, both of them
Yeah.
next to each other, and it's so epic. And then a piranha plant eats them, right?
Yeah.
Right, and their family's like, oh, and then they just explode out of it, and it's like, oh yeah, let's go. It was so hyped. The ending
And
was so hyped.
I did like seeing King Boo and King Bob-omb.
Yeah, that
It
was cool. I was like,
actually
oh, King Boo.
piranha. It was a giant piranha plant. I'm used to seeing him with his cages from Smash Brothers, though.
King Petey Piranha, King Babam was an important piece of the movie. He blew up.
Yeah,
So that's pretty
rough
cool.
for him.
Donkey Kong getting power ups was cool.
Oh yeah, the Fire Flower.
So Nintendo, when are we getting the next Mario game? Is Donkey Kong gonna be playable in it? Like,
I know that's what I'm thinking.
can we just do a little merge here? Bring those things together? It bugged me that they're in the training montage. He jumped on a piranha plant as it came out of the pipe.
I thought
Now,
about that same thing a little bit, but that was a mechanical piranha.
yeah, but
Different.
and can't you jump on piranha plants in the new games?
Can you?
Odyssey, you can, right?
I mean, I guess in like the 3D ones, if you jump on their not teeth parts.
Once they,
And
well,
this
yeah,
is
if
a
they chomp,
3D movie, so
yeah, if they chomp, you can jump on them. But I mean, it is modeled after 1-1, which couldn't do that in the original Mario. But man, that obstacle course was so cool. And then Peach does it like perfectly. Uh, what did you think of the part where all the toads are like, "Who's this guy? He's not important," and everybody's like,
it was it was odd.
I
don't
saw
know why
one
the Cubs are
reviewer.
so pumped about that.
I saw one reviewer that I thought was this was a really funny comment. How about it's like Mario's like, Peach, I'm gonna go with you because I gotta save my brother, and Peach goes, show me what you got. You got to do this training course, and then they head out on the road, and Toad's like, I'm coming too. She's like, a toad brave enough to come. All right, you're joining. He didn't have to do anything. He just gets to go.
Yeah, he's used to the world though. It's assumed that
It's so dumb. he's definitely not as prepared as Mario, but he is a brave Toad.
What are you talking about? Not as prepared. He's been preparing his whole life.
I do like
You
that
see him leading Mario through the mushroom forest.
I do like his Brock aesthetic of
Frying pan.
backpack, and I got a frying pan. Dude, these guys are messing with you, and I don't like it. He pulls out the frying pan. That was good. I liked that. He cooks him a meal.
Yeah, I did like the peaches in the princesses in another castle. They had to have that somewhere.
It was good. You see, these are tasteful inclusions of jokes from the game. Yeah, but I can't help. Okay, so we've raved and ranted about raved is not rave ranted about the critic reviews. I can't help but wonder what this movie would be like going in with absolutely no background with Mario, which apparently can happen. I don't see how, because this game is the most famous video game character and franchise of all time. Mario Bros is one of the top selling games ever. Just because, I mean, Mario has been played for 40 years, right? Came out in the 80s. And he even predates that a little bit with Jumpman. So we're talking like a near 50-year time span. And you haven't played a Mario game. To me that's crazy, but also it happens. People like that exist, obviously. What would this movie be like in that way? Like if you came to this movie with that. Because my thinking is anybody coming like that is old. They're going to be old, right? Because anybody under, I would say like anybody age 20 or younger has played a Mario game. There's no way you haven't, right?
I don't know.
So, and this, okay, but how about like 10 or younger? Like you've definitely, Mario is ingrained enough in culture at this point that like 10-year-olds and younger know who Mario is just sort of by default. So yeah, I'm trying to really get in the shoes of critics here. I feel like you're gonna be really old, and so this movie won't appeal to you anyways because it's for kids. I mean, it's a family film. It's for fans and it's for kids, but I also think it's for parents that have kids that are into it. Like, I think if I brought my parents to this movie, they would enjoy it. They wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, I want to go see it again." But I think that they would laugh and have a good time with it. A family film. Yeah, true. It's why it needed to be worked into the film. Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart at least. Yeah, LPD. That's a good point. Like Mario Kart was worked into the film because it's just got such a wide appeal, Mario Kart. True. I really just don't know what it would be like coming into this movie with no Mario experience. Because I feel like it probably would just be fine. At that point, I could see it you coming in and being like, it's just another kids movie.
Yeah.
But if I came in with no knowledge of Mario, I think I'd be pretty excited by the world and characters because it's just colorful and bright and nice aesthetic. LPT says, do you think Nintendo impacted the formation or lack of depth in the story? That is a good question. What do you think, Micah?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Miyamoto is not a story guy. He doesn't like it. Yeah. I think with this oozes Miyamoto influence in that way, right? Because look at Paper Mario and how watered down it's become. as a series, and that is 100% on Miyamoto. He like wants it to be less focused on story and more focused on other pieces. That's why he's like generic Toads. He makes calls like that for sure. So I could definitely see him going like, let's not focus so much on the story and let's focus more on the world. Because in games that Miyamoto directs and has major influence in, they tend to focus more on gameplay. So what does this movie have that is that? And I think that that's visuals, music, and like moments. So I think that's where the focus is more than on the overall story. Yeah, this is a good point. LPD says so. In turn, this is how film critics view Miyamoto's approach on storytelling. So maybe the issue here, and critics are having issue with it, is because this movie isn't really trying to tell a story so much as it is trying to be an experience, a game experience in movie form. And to that point, I think it does its job. I think it does its job, and I think and I think there is enough story here to make it make sense, to make it flow well. I liked the story. Yeah.
Yep.
You got nothing nothing to add on that. Well, this has been our spoiler chat on the Mario movie. Yeah. Post-credit scenes were good. I am excited to see more in this series. A second Mario Bros movie, I think, would be a welcome thing, and it would do well. Bring the whole cast back because they did a great job. They really did. Wario and Waluigi for Mario Bros 2, please.
We'll see.
Box office looking good, says LPD. I think this movie's gonna crush in the box office because so many kids and so many parents. I mean, like I said, this is a nearly 50-year-old IP, and so everybody has a connection to it, and I think it pays respect to every age of Mario gamer, except for Nick.
But is Nick a Mario gamer?
I don't think so. Yeah, did Nick ever like Mario?
I mean, he didn't even like Echo the Dolphin, so we know
Oh.
his opinions on games are skewed.
Yeah, maybe. LOL, still went to the movie. That's true. He did. He is part of the statistics. So
He took one for the team.
thanks for doing it. Thanks for doing it, Nick. We appreciate you. Yeah, and this is what I want to see because I want Nintendo to go, ooh, this works. Let's do more. Let's expand outside of games and make more stuff. Because there's a lot of great stories out there. And I think that Eiji Aonuma would make a really good Zelda movie. Yeah. Saw lots of Mario hats. Oh, nice. Yeah,
no one dressed up. All those people went.
What?
The opening night. All the people that would dress up for going opening night and stuff.
Yeah, there wasn't really opening night showings that I could find here. We dressed up. We all wore Mario shirts. I will say that most of my theater missed the post-credit scene, and then so I'd say 50% of people left before the first post-credit scene, so they missed the second rendition of Peaches by Jack Black. Which yeah, real bummer for them. And then 90% of the audience, almost us included, left before the final post-credit scene. In fact, we walked out of the theater because my son really needed to go to the bathroom. And my wife went to the bathroom, and I was like, "Well, we'll just go back in and listen," because I wanted to listen to the soundtrack, like just kind of listen to the music. So we'll just go back in and sit. We sat at the front row and just And then the post-credit scene came on, and I was like, oh, there's a second one. There's a second post-credit scene. Yoshi hatching in
Pretty great. It
the
does make me
underground.
pretty excited for future games.
And it made
or
the
movies,
Yoshi
I mean.
noise. Yep. It was a post-credit scene for Micah specifically.
Yep.
Well, I believe that will wrap up our talk here. So let's close out this episode. What do you say, Micah?
Okay.
All right. If you would like to find me on the interwebs, check out Andross 1. That is on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and other social medias. Andross 1. Micah, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at Micah Prime.
Yeah. Thanks to all of our Patreon supporters who support the show over at Nintendo Pals, not NintendoPals.com, Patreon.com/NintendoPals, where you can become a Patreon pal and support the show and help us to make more awesome content, help us to go see movies and stuff. Now I can use all the Patreon money and we can go watch this movie like 10 more times. We'll find all the Easter eggs. That's not true. That's not what we're using it for. But we do have some cool stuff coming, and it is all thanks to the support of our patrons. We really appreciate you guys, and want to give you a shout out, like we do at the end of every episode here with the Patreon Poke Rap, which we will close out with now.
We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was. And shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retro Logic Day, You Dog Gamer, Schlim, Tour, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian, Little Miss 7, and Cosmin.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
K-Man Katina, Third Strongest Move, Tim the Nintendo Daddle, and Seth Sturgill, Monkey Thunder, Purple Yoda, Dat Fast John, and Bubba Plays too.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon. Let's get 150 or more at least to be a Patreon donor is your destiny.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we will talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye.